Right now, save $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/Jordyn when you use our code Jordyn. That's JORDYN.
I'm nervous now.
I've never been on someone else's podcast. I've never been a guest.
So
before.
cute.
It's honestly fun because it's a little less stressful.
It's
you know,
less
when
pressure.
When it's yours,
Really?
you
Oh
can,
my God.
Run it.
I would so much rather just be asked questions.
Yeah.
But also we can just start with you guys. You're crazy, so you probably are what are they gonna bring up? You know, but for me, it's I don't really do much. So I'm usually chilling when I go on people's podcasts.
Okay. We got a couple stories to tell.
Are we allowed to cuss over here?
Yeah.
Thank
I thought of that too when I was walking up. I was like, I hope they ask these questions. You asked my puff bar question and you asked my swearing question. Thank God.
So these guests today, it's noon, okay, and they've got the puffs, they've got the White Claws. So if without
I'm drinking water today, guys.
and
Zach.
and
Jordyn did get me a drink like she did last time. You did last time,
I
right?
did, yes.
Yeah, she got me a strawberry ice. Alright, let's move on.
Zach, let's not play innocent though. Let's not act like you're not saving yourself for your 10-day birthday bender.
I don't even know what you're talking about. My birthday's in August.
So today's guests, also happy Thursday, are Imari, Tara. I said it right.
Yes,
Tara.
you did.
Tara. We had that talk before.
Yes, we
Tara
did.
and Zach's here.
Whoa, what the is that supposed to mean? She's like,
Remember when you were sober for 5 seconds?
You know what's crazy? Okay, first off, it was a long
We talked about this last time, but
We
we'll
did.
just start out with that.
You know what's crazy? I genuinely, after my birthday, I'm considering doing it again, but keeping weed around because I like to smoke. Weed helps my anxiety and my stress, but I could go without the drinking. for
Weed
sure.
helps me not want to drink.
Exactly.
If I smoke, then I'm not willing to go out.
If I'm high and someone's
Yeah.
do you want to drink tonight? I'm like, nah.
That's cute.
It's it puts you in a whole different vibe. You're not for it.
All right, I love that. So for anyone who's listening and doesn't know who I'm talking to, because obviously Zach's very irrelevant, but
Wait, no, she's not wrong though.
I love you, Jordyn.
no, Zach, we had a bet on YouTube. Okay, who could get to 2 million first? Okay.
Fucking lost.
So now Zach's career is just boomed. He's now got this podcast with these dope people that I love. I'm literally such big fans of everyone here.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Yes.
Jordyn
yes.
Jones is our fan. Let's go.
Like-
Oh, nothing. She done spilled the claw, guys.
Not within the first 3 minutes. It was your fault.
I love that.
It was your
It
fault.
kinda was my
the high
fault.
five.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right?
I
Guys,
just
when
got
you never
excited.
see us again,
It's just a small
You know
puddle.
why?
She's not invited back.
This is the first and last time you're here.
It's already hectic.
So, for anyone that's not listening, can you give them just a brief description of what you do? Maybe a fun fact about yourself, and
I think Tara should go first.
Yes.
I
Go
should go
Tara.
first. I used to post really long Snapchat stories to people that didn't care, just because I needed to talk all the
Yes.
time, and I had so many stories. So then I just started posting them on TikTok. Actually, no, I started dancing on TikTok, but
Love that.
it was bad. It was really bad, and I did that for 6 months, and I got 30K or something, and then I started posting my long
Story
rambling story times, and then I blew up that way, and then I did YouTube a year before that, but literally I did a YouTube for a whole year, posting every week, and I got maybe 25 subscribers. It was harsh.
Seem like Zach.
It was a harsh blow to my ego.
Are you serious right now?
Oh my God. So now I'm here, and
Now you got a podcast,
now I have a podcast.
and you get to tell all your stories.
I get to tell all my stories. I'm run out. And so now I have to keep doing stuff where I have nothing to talking about.
I love that.
No, honestly.
Okay, Imari, take the mic.
I feel like everyone just grows up. Well, I mean, if you have interest in YouTube, you pretty much grew up watching YouTubers. So basically, my best friend Tana and I, when we were in high school and stuff, we'd always be oh my God, let's start a YouTube channel together. It'd be so fun and cute. Have a best friend channel, all that stuff. And then she ended up dropping out of high school sophomore year. And literally just started a YouTube channel, but my parents were there's no way in hell. I wasn't wanting to drop out, but my parents would never let me do something like that.
Yeah.
So my life was consumed by school, and then I started college. And then it was my birthday once, and it was this was while I was in college, and Tana was I want you to come to my tour stop in Texas. I want to spend your birthday with you, but it's gonna be really busy, so just come. I can't be here. So then I was okay, cool. I come, and then it was really fun. People had seen me from her Snapchats and stuff like that. I wasn't doing anything like that. But then I don't know. I was just always doing the college work, and then I've always loved entertaining. I used to dance, and I've just always been so into entertainment and comedy and stuff like that. And obviously, I wanted to start a YouTube channel back in the day. So then finally one day she was just Mari, you're so f***ing funny. You need to just start making YouTube videos. You should just do it. I did it. You should do it. We talked about this for so long, and I was okay, maybe you're right. And then I never really like took it seriously because I was so busy with school. Right. And then finally she like dragged me onto like one of her tours. And it was like an entire summer tour, but then I wasn't going to make it back in time for my next semester. So I pretty much told my parents like, hey, I'm not going to be able to like enroll in my next semester. And they're like, okay, then you need to do something. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep making YouTube videos and then like do all this. And then I feel like, I don't know, you just kind of, as time goes on, you just start doing other things too. You just like start adding things on. And I'll never forget like, I don't know, like Reality House, I feel like that like did a lot for me. And everyone was like coming up to me and being like, I loved you on Reality House. I was like,
never got invited.
I was like, I do other things. It's okay. You know what's funny about season 1? Zach went on season 1 and I wanted to go on season 1 and they were like, you have to be 21. And then I see the first episode and I'm like, what the is this?
And Zach was on it?
Zach's literally turning 21 like next week.
Exactly.
They invited me like last second, like the morning of the first day of shooting. Like they sent me a DM at like, it was like 1 p.m. and they're like, hey, we're doing this Reality House thing. Like you would be the last contestant. Like, are you down? I was like, yeah, I'm down.
Zach, why are your pupils so big right now?
Dude, I was looking at myself in the mirror yesterday. I don't know. I swear I'm not on drugs.
Like, people ask me that all the time. They're like, oh, her pupils are so big. I'm like,
let me see.
They're always big.
Holy shit.
Our eyes look the same.
People
like
always
blue.
freak out and they always think I'm like doing something. I'm like, I'm really not.
Like, are you on meth?
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like,
I don't know why.
Yeah. So anyways.
Do I go now?
So yeah, like, what do you do?
Do I go now?
I mean, I don't really do much. I just eat ass. Bad joke? Okay. When I like explain this story, like how I got started and stuff, I basically say that like it was kind of an accident because it really was. Like I had no goals and or intentions to like become social media famous. I randomly started because, well, first, like, I didn't even grow up watching YouTubers or anything. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I was not in the internet. I was a very outdoor kid. Like, I was outside every single day. Yeah. I played soccer from literally, like, 3 years old to 16 till I got popular on the internet. So I was, like, a very, like, athletic, just outside, never on my phone or whatever. Yep. I had an Instagram, but it was of my cat. Like, all the pictures of my cat. So, like, I was just not
soccer
in
and kitties.
That'll get the girls.
Yeah. No, they loved it.
You turned from kitties to titties.
That was good. I'm gonna start saying that. I went from kitties to titties. But yeah. So I seen one of my friends post on Instagram, like one of like in 8th grade, and she was like, "I'm going live on this app called You Now," and I was like,
"Oh
like,
yeah."
I was like, "Wait, you're going live?
So
like live streaming?" Because Instagram Live wasn't a thing. Like there was no live streaming like platforms at all. But yeah, I basically just randomly started going on there, only with the intentions to broadcast to like my 5 friends in Texas. Like I mean, I had a lot more friends. Like that sounded kind of like my 5 like dominant core group friends.
Cute.
And then after doing that for literally, I think, like 3 weeks, like solid, like just doing it. Like, I would go on for, like, hours just because it was so much fun to me. It just randomly popped off. I had a broadcast where I got featured.
Hashtag guys.
Hashtag guys. I was in first place. Well, I was in, like, 3rd place. I stayed on until, like, literally 2 in the morning. And when first place gets off, second place gets all the views from first place.
Yep.
So I stayed on until, like, 2, 3 in the morning. I was doing prank calls talking like a girl. And then out of nowhere, I'm in first place now. Like, out of nowhere, mid prank call, I'm talking like a girl. I'm like, hey, Dad. Like, you know, like the weird And then like 500 people join me, and like 20 minutes goes by, and like only like 30 people left. Like everybody stayed there, like, yo, this gets
because usually when like their person gets off, they're just like, okay, bye.
Yeah. You're like, wait, who the is this guy?
Yeah. Talking like a girl.
Yeah. So no, they loved it. They were like, all the comments were like laughing emojis, like, I love this guy. Who the is this? And then I went on the next day, and then I had like 250, 300 viewers. So it just became like
Wait, that's great.
Yeah. So just after that, I just kept doing it, and eventually people were like, you should do YouTube. So I made a YouTube video, and then look at me now.
That happened to me once on You Now. Like I was just like live streaming, and I made it to number 2 like out of nowhere, and then like I forget who. I think it was like Jack Dale. He was at number 1, and he like left, and I got all of his viewers, and I thought I was hot. I was like, oh my god, there's so many.
Number
right
1, like,
yeah, and then it went nowhere, but whatever.
So it's honestly a little intimidating when you see that many people join. You're like,
yeah, I was like, what the fuck do I say?
Like I feel like the first time I was like number 1 on Girls was like, I didn't know what it was, and everyone was just saying, you're number 1, or Flamin' Geos says hi. Flamin' Geos says hi, because like,
who the fuck is that guy?
like, because when someone would get off, they'd be like, oh, go say hi to go say hi to the new person, whatever. And I would just be like, or like Mario Salmon.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he was like one of those people that like was always like number 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, and then like that's how I met Mark. That's how I met Jacob Sartorius, Blake Gray. all of them were like live one day,
Yeah.
and they saw me on You Now, and that's like how I got connected with all of them, and that's how I went to like City Walk, and I feel like that was the exact time I met you.
You met me at City Walk that night, I think. I was already kind of like a fan. Like, I already knew who Jordyn Jones was.
So, Zach, being on my podcast, did that make you want your own podcast to then copy me?
Are you saying? Oh, you're saying
Did you
did
copy
that?
me? Yeah, yeah.
I'm keeping real with you. Hell yeah! I came here. I was like, oh, I need one of these. The fancy mics and everything. I really like your setup. And I told you this before you came in. You just make everyone feel like I've watched your other ones. Your vibe. You just make everyone feel super comfortable, and you made me feel like
thanks, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude.
We're just sitting back, yo.
No, but I felt super comfortable, and I think we were already in talks. Actually, like we had been planning it for so long. We originally. Are we allowed to say this? Like we were like, what happened with like?
Oh yeah.
With like Mario.
Oh yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
You take the
Let's
start.
just spill the fucking tea. Originally, Zach, Mario, and I were planning to have a podcast together, and then I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like I put in a lot more work than either of them.
No, honestly, at first I was
And like just going to the meetings, going to the studio, like making sure like the decorations are nice, and just like what we like, what we don't like graphic art, all that kind of stuff. And then like I feel like there was a point in time too where like Zach was putting in more work than Mario. Mario, if you're listening, I love you. But then I don't know. I think Mario just like wasn't really feeling it anymore when it was originally like his idea. Kind of, he was like really pushing for it in the beginning, and then I kind of like took over, and then he was just like not feeling it anymore, and then kind of just like was throwing it at us that like he just didn't want to do it anymore. Like he was just dropping it, and I was like, okay. And
well, I noticed. I think because we did do a test shoot together. It was us three, me, Mario, and Imari. We did like a shoot, and I'm be real with you. It wasn't the best, just because like, it's the first time like all three of us were sitting down and like doing that. So of course it's not gonna be like perfect and the most entertaining thing in the world. But I think he watched.
You did a test episode.
Yeah, we shot one, and then I think he saw it, and then that's what like pushed him more to like, nah, I don't know if I want to do this. That was my hypothesis.
But then come to find that he wants to start he actually does want to start a podcast still, but he just wants to do it with someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's not good enough for him, in other words.
And then we're like sitting here and we're like, okay, well, who would be a good third? And like we were doing something like based off the fact that like Mario's gay, I'm bisexual, Zach's straight. So it was just like, And then we kind of just like decided to scrap that entire idea, and then we're like, okay, let's just get someone dope as fuck on here. And then we're trying to think of who. And then she ended up moving to LA, and his ex-bae was like, oh, we're talking about who we need.
It was her.
Yeah, she suggested. She was like, wait, why don't you talk to Taylor?
My ex-girlfriend suggested you.
Wait, you're right. And then I was just like, let's just ask her. And she was so down, and then it all just worked out really well.
I think you called me, and I was like, yeah. And then Jordyn called me the next day, and he was like beating around the bush a little bit. I was like, already told me. I was like, I'm so down for that. I'm so happy you called me.
Yeah, Jordyn was throwing out different suggestions too. I'm pretty sure he like suggested your boyfriend too.
Really?
He was like, "What about Jordan Bowe?" I was like, "Oh, he's really cool, but I've met him a few times here and there, but like we don't really know each other."
Yeah, he cannot talk like crap either, and I feel like you guys are really good at that.
Yeah, if I were to like seeing how our podcast vibe is now, I don't think it would go very well.
It needs to be us three.
Yeah.
So since you copied me, okay, Zach, we'll just say that. Now I'm gonna copy you, you three, and we're gonna do something that you guys did on your show that you guys are gonna do for me, okay?
Okay.
So in like one of your most recent episodes, you guys did your Urban Dictionary of your name. So anyone want to pull out their phone and see what mine would be, and you can read it off. I have no idea what it would say. There's like a lot of them, right?
Jordyn.
Yeah. Just first name, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like just first name.
Yeah.
Jordyn. Was mine nice? I think it was. I think all of us were good.
Yeah, I think they were like very accurate. Like,
they were accurate.
I was confused because for so long I used to say like that I was a girl.
You were a girl.
I was a pretty girl. And I was like, well, I am, but like.
Oh no.
Pretty girl.
This is already incorrect. It says Jordans are cute. No, I'm kidding. The next.
Did you spell it right?
Huh?
Did you spell it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says Jordans are cute, shy, but very sweet. You have to open up to her and love her because hurting her would be a crime. I feel like I could see that, honestly. You can't.
Like, did you write this?
Right?
She's loving and funny, and she loves dogs.
Love dogs.
She did write this.
She wrote this. I know she came into this bitch and edited it. She listens to you when you need help and is forgetful and stubborn at times.
Oh my god.
Hey, no cat. But her sweet face and cute laugh make up for it.
Aw, Ashley's like giggling. Like that's the cutest thing ever.
She's like a horoscope.
She's like, oh my god.
You are very welcoming. Like you make me feel very like comfortable.
Really?
Yes.
That's so nice
Yeah,
of
he
you.
said it like 10 minutes ago. I'm like bringing it up now. I've been thinking about it for like 10 minutes.
I think we're gassing her up a little too much.
I know.
Yeah, we gotta chill out.
We're gonna talk about Tara now, okay? I'm gonna talk about how I know you, okay?
I'm excited for this.
TikTok, okay? Your car insurance.
Oh my god, that fucking video.
Can you please, for the viewers or the listeners that have not heard all of your, do you have a list? Do you memorize your?
I like know it.
Okay, can you please say like
everything?
and then at the end be like, all right, so now guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they can like,
okay. So from
like pray for this girl. Okay.
yeah. So from age 16 to like 19, I had 3 cars. I got a DUI. I got a hit and run, which was a gas station pump. So I had like a lifted Jeep and I like knocked over a gas pump. It fell to the ground and I ran it over, right?
Holy shit.
I floored my Mazda through a lake because I thought it was a Jeep because I wanted a Jeep at the time. It flooded the whole engine. I've hit a deer, I've hit a bird, I've hit a bunch of curbs and went over the curbs. I've hit a plaza sign, a tree. Oh, that one was bad. I've hit 3 cars. I like rear-ended somebody, hit somebody in a parking lot, and then hit somebody else on the highway. I've hit someone switching lanes. What else?
Have you ever hit like a pedestrian?
No, never hit a pedestrian. Like almost maybe, but
not
like
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, so I've hit like a bunch of things. I've gotten to, and then like speeding tickets, weed charges. I've gotten like 3 weed charges, like while driving. Those were bad. Alcohol in the car, bong in the car, like shit like that, like 15 different things.
Right.
And so now my car insurance is so high that I can't actually drive. So who's guessing? My car insurance? You guys all know it, don't you?
I don't.
I feel like it's got to be like $2,000.
You don't? Oh, it's not. That's impossible. That's like uninsurable. Yeah.
Mine's very expensive because I got my car with a permit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can change it, but I haven't.
Okay.
But it's still expensive for some reason.
yeah.
But how expensive is yours?
Well, mine's really bad because of the DUI and the hit and run in particular.
Hit and run.
It's like $900 a month just for insurance.
Oh, wow.
Well, I literally think like mine is like that.
Yeah. Really?
I literally
Why?
think so. I don't know.
Have you done
No.
anything?
How many
No?
people have you hit?
Nothing.
The f- did you do?
Well, I crashed into a building.
Okay.
In a very expensive car.
Yeah.
And
the
it
more
was
expensive
an
the car,
insurance-
the worse.
It was an insurance building that I crashed into, and a pole and a whole structure. But it was private property. I was learning how to drive. I didn't have a license, so I didn't even get in trouble an ounce.
Okay.
But the good thing about that is I would have obviously still had to pay for the. I didn't even have insurance, so like I was driving because I didn't have a car or a light. You know.
Yes.
So the building damage was like $280,000. But I guess for some reason, like it was able to be under like my dad or my mom's like insurance, and they like were able to get it down to like 130,000 or something. But it was so crazy. We got a call about a week ago, and it was like Progressive or something, and they were like, so like the accident back in, and they only have us like 6 months usually, I think, to file a claim on their building or like their damages for you to be able to pay out. And I guess with COVID, it was extended. So we were like, you know, obviously waiting it out to not be able to pay, I guess. I don't know. But they literally just called us and said they never filed the claim. You don't have to pay anymore. You're way past the like time. So now I don't even have to like do anything.
At least it was an insurance company. You're like, they're probably just insured. They're fine.
Wait, so that was when you had your permit?
Yeah, no, I didn't even have a permit.
Oh, you had nothing.
I had never driven in my life. I just went to a parking lot, and I was learning how to drive on Easter Sunday, which was also April Fool's Day. So when I like told my mom, like, 'cause I was just with my dad, and he was teaching me how to drive in this parking lot, and I put it into drive instead of reverse, and I just crashed into the building. But I like called my mom, and I'm like, I just crashed into the building. And, like, we left. It was, like, literally a hit and run. But we went right back because we were around the corner. Like, we picked up my mom and then, like, went right back and, like, called. And she literally thought it was just an April Fool's joke, but it wasn't.
Oh, no. Yeah, my first 2 accidents, I had a permit. And my mom was with me both times, so she, like, switched with me and took the blame for me. So, like, the first
Iconic.
That's a real
2
mom.
cars that I actually hit, like, aren't even on my record. So that's
No,
like,
she really does have like terrible luck with cars. Like she was like, every time I get in someone's car, something bad happens. Like the very first time I pick her up for a podcast episode, she gets in the car, and we like pull off, and literally instantly, or not instantly, it was probably in the next like 3 minutes. Like, we're
it was
still
right
on
next
Santa
to my
Monica
building.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
And literally a semi sideswipes my car and rips off my side mirror and then, like, scrapes the side of my car.
Second time I met you.
Was that the first time y'all had been in a car together, too?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I was
just got
picking
some
her up, and I
badass
was
luck.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then literally that happens, and then she's like, something bad happens every time I get in someone's car. I was
No,
like,
that's true, yeah.
what? So now it's still a work in progress, and my car's still not fixed. And
So
Yeah.
I make my boyfriend drive me everywhere.
so you have to Uber everywhere?
I scooter
I
everywhere.
was gonna say she birds everywhere.
Yeah, I burn everywhere. Like everywhere. I actually just got hit by a car the other day.
I was
We're at
about to bring
Saddle,
that up.
yeah.
Yeah, she got, yeah.
We were at
Wow.
Saddle Ranch, like right after our podcast.
Vehicles and her do not go together.
Yeah, just not at all.
And like I didn't have my passport with me. I like lost my ID in Miami, so I have to use a passport. I didn't have it with me, and they were like, "Well, we can't serve you without your passport." So I was like, "I'll fucking scooter home and get it." So I'm like scootering home, like, and I was kind of like drunk. I was like the drunkest I've been like scootering, but like I had to go get it.
That's still like a DUI, you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is?
Technically.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't yeah.
But I was going across an intersection and like the thing said walk. So this guy goes through a red light and like technically I hit him, but like he went through the red light and I couldn't stop in time. So I hit his driver's side door and like flung the scooter over his car. And then he just kept going. And I was just standing in the middle of the road like, what the fuck? And like mad people pulled over like, what? But the restaurant has the camera footage. I went back yesterday, so they're sending it to me like when they can get it. But I know like the exact
that's
like
amazing.
time. Yeah,
I gotta see
I'm like I
that.
can't wait to see. I'm like happy
Yeah.
it happened. I'm like I need that fucking video. It's so funny. I'm like not hurt. I'm like fine, but like
You're not hurt. Okay.
run
yeah,
my
I'm
check.
okay.
Post that shit on
Yeah.
TikTok. Ever going viral.
Exactly.
Oh my
Like-
god, I think that's worse than all the things that you
Yeah.
honestly mentioned.
Yeah, it's my second time getting hit by a car. The first time was on purpose.
Wait,
But-
what'd you do?
I was drunk with like my friends and we were playing beer pong and I was like, whoever loses needs to get hit by a car. And they were like, that's the worst idea ever. I was like, no, we have to fucking do it. But then I lost. So they hit me going 20.
What?
And I said 20, but that's faster than I thought. But it was
That's pretty quick. That's like, yeah.
It was way faster than I thought.
And
And,
it's
it
a
hurt really
car.
bad. Yeah.
It's a big bitch.
And it was my own,
Bitch.
it was like my own friend like hitting me with his car like on purpose. So that kind of sucked.
She was
I
like,
got,
he drove a lifted F350 with light bar.
Yeah,
So in
big
other
truck.
words, Tara's life is fucking insane.
What's
Yeah,
the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
The worst thing that's ever happened to me, honestly, just go look at my TikTok. I have no idea. It's too much. My life's like simmering down right now. But like I'm only 21. But like when I was like a teenager, it was like bad. But I'm like better now. I don't know. I'm like
So fun fact, most home remedies and over-the-counter acne products don't work. Like me trying to do those nose strips and basically crying because I have to peel them off, and definitely did consult with a doctor before I did that. So that's why Apostrophe is here to help. Apostrophe is a prescription skincare company that offers medications that are clinically proven to help clear acne. Simply fill out Apostrophe's online quiz, snap a few selfies, and a board-certified dermatologist will help create a customized plan just for you. That's what I did. Apostrophe treats acne, and they can also help you hit your other skincare goals like reducing redness, wrinkles, and even dark spots. Right now, save $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/Jordyn when you use our code Jordyn. That's JORDYN. This code is only available for our listeners. To get started, go to apostrophe.com/Jordyn and click Begin Visit. Then use our code Jordyn at sign up and you'll get $15 off your dermatology visit. That's apostrophe.com/Jordyn. And use that code Jordyn to get your dermatology visit and save $15. And we thank Apostrophe for sponsoring the podcast. You know what, guys? We're going to do some fan questions. Because honestly, I'm like very overwhelmed right now.
I got anxiety from that, honestly.
yeah.
Like I'm really praying for you.
Oh, thank you. I need it. All I can get.
Jeez. Okay. So, first question: who is high right now?
Surprisingly, not me. Like
I would
you,
have a
I feel
fucking
like you were gonna
panic attack.
think me.
No way.
Yeah, I couldn't get high and come, especially on your podcast. Maybe our podcast. If I came here high, I'd be like losing my shit.
Yeah.
I feel like people think I like get blasted all the time because one, my best friend's Tana, but two, because I get so much like free weed from companies. It's always on my story. But what you don't understand is like if you go into my room, like I don't use like any of it, or I just use it very, very, very slowly. I'm more of like a stizzy, like pen kind of person. I don't need like a fucking bong. That's just too much for me. Like I don't even like pipes or anything like that. Or, like a blunt I don't know. In high school, I used to be crazy.
Don't talk about the blunts like that.
But now I'm just like, okay, I could take a few hits of a joint or like just like my
I feel like I'm on Get and Loser right now. I'm just like sitting here.
Loser. Yeah, I can't smoke around people. I smoke a lot, but I have to be alone, and I can't even answer like FaceTime calls. Like it's like bad.
I can just handle like right before bed, so I can just like fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually a fun fact. I just got told this the other day that you can't get a proper full sleep if you smoke before bed because you can't enter like that deep REM sleep.
Yeah.
I have nightmares when I do.
So that's why you'll wake up and like because the last week I've been doing it, I'm waking up like I only slept for 2 hours, but I slept for like 8, and I'm just exhausted.
How do you deal with toxic people without being horrible to them?
Cut them off. Honestly.
Yeah, I'd be just so horrible to them.
Yeah, I just don't like to have toxic people around me because then it just kind of like fucks your life up, and I ain't nobody got time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also feel like if you're just trying to like cut someone out, you could instead of like being rude or just like being an asshole to them, if you want to take like the high road, you could just like kind of ghost them, stop responding, or hang out with them less and less, and then just kind of so they kind of get the gist.
Yeah, wean it out. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is it like being friends with Tana?
You go first.
I'm like, I think we all are. I feel like I'm like back on the reality show or something. Honestly, really fun. Like we've been best friends since we were in 7th grade, so like I've seen it all, and I feel like a lot of people like don't know that, but it's so weird because it's like if you know her, wouldn't you know like her best friends and stuff, and just like I don't know how far they go back or whatever. So we've experienced like so much crazy shit together, and she still is like. Obviously, like, now there's, like, clout and money and, like, fame and paparazzi and all that stuff involved. But she really still is, like, the same person that, like, we would sit on, like, my bed together with when we were in, like, high school and just, like, be constantly
She's very
dying
down
laughing.
to earth.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Tana.
Yeah. And she's just, like, a very, like, generous person. She does a lot for other people. Like she literally got me a fucking bust-down Rolex for my birthday. I'm like, what did I do to deserve that? Like, you know? But there's just, I'm like, here she is.
It's a nice ass watch.
I'm like, do you want it?
Oh my god.
And if it's you perfectly, love it.
We had to take a link out.
I'm like, give me the link.
Give me the link. How about you, Zach?
What was the question again exactly?
What's it like being friends with Tana?
Honestly, I haven't been like seeing Tana as much lately. I almost lived with these motherfuckers actually.
Yeah.
Didn't you see her last night?
I did see her last night. Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Last night I was high out of my brain. I won't
saw.
lie.
Yeah.
Last night I was baked. Tana's crazy but very down to earth. Actually, like one of my favorite people in LA that I've met hands down.
Truly,
Like,
yeah.
So
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
When I first like started blowing up on TikTok, like she would comment on my videos, and I've been watching her for like so long, so that made me so happy. And she like kept doing it, and she was like, "I'm gonna take you under my wing when you get to LA." And like I got here, and was it you or her that first? Like it was you that first invited me over. I mean, it was you first, yeah. But she's always been like wicked awesome, and like makes me feel like very like oh I love you and you're so welcome and blah blah blah. Like she's great.
Very doors open.
I love seeing her.
yeah.
Why did you decide to make an OnlyFans, and how much have you made so far?
Holy shit.
Zach told me how much he made.
We talked a little bit about it. Man, I'm gonna let Imari take this one. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I put a lot of things out there on the internet, but I'm not gonna say how much money I've made on my OnlyFans.
I can't publicly say that.
You should. I feel like by just saying what you said downstairs in the lobby will give people a good idea.
Oh, I said that my first goal, like with the money I'm getting from this, is genuinely to. It's supposed to be a secret.
Oh,
she probably won't
never
say
mind.
this.
No.
She won't say this.
You don't have to say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
But I want to.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Manifest that.
I'm going to finish paying off my parents' house in Texas. I think I texted my mom about it this morning. She says there's like $140,000 left to like pay it off. Which I'm not saying that's how much I'm making, but I'm saying a lot of my money from there. That's the first like thing I'm gonna really like.
So he's made more than 140 because a lot of the money that he made.
No.
You made bank though. Like the amount, you told me how much you made his first week. I was like, that is not how much I made my first week.
Yeah, same. No, literally.
I'm a girl and
No, first week it did very well. The only reason I wanted to do it is because I've just been like requested to do it for so long, and it was always like.
And you gotta get the bag.
Yeah, and it was always a thing I kind of like wanted to low key do, but I was just like scared for some reason. Like there was this like barrier that was just like holding me back. And then I seen you post I told you this. I saw her post when she announced it, and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta do it.
Yeah. I wanted to do it for a really long time, but I just like didn't. Like I didn't have like like a man, like I just didn't have anything. I didn't really want to, like I wanted to do it. I just like never did.
Yeah.
And then my manager brought it up to me. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I want to do it now.
Yeah.
So I just like did it because I don't really care. Like,
Sam and Ashley started theirs like a month prior to mine, like 2 months prior. Actually, yeah, it was probably 2 months prior because I was like in Vegas, and then they're like, you need to come home now. Like this OnlyFans bag is crazy. Like, I was like, okay, but like also I'm the type of person that like, because I'm like when I like dropped it all, I made this long post about how like I've never been like I grew up and like in high school and stuff like that. I was always just like cute and adorable and like all that stuff, but I was never like hot and like sexy, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to like put a message out there to other people that like even if you're sitting there getting called like cute and adorable and all this stuff, like you should still be a confident person and kind of just like feel hot and sexy and stuff like that. And just to show someone that like I'm like, okay, like first of all, like I'm very confident in the way I look. I'm like, okay, 10 out of 10. But like I think what matters more is like your personality and stuff like that. Like I always say, I'm like, okay, like I could like look like this day, but also my personality's not going to change. I'm very confident in my personality category too. So.
I take like a personality compliment over like you look good compliment any day. Like they're like, I love your vibe. I'm like, yeah.
And I used to think about it vice versa for so long because I would just watch like my friends around me and everything like that. And like
with social media recently, it's more looks.
Yes.
And then people, it's less like people will gas up your outfit and your makeup and your everything, but they
your face tune,
but not like your personality much. Yeah.
So I definitely love that.
Yep.
Have your parents ever walked in on you?
Like jerking off or having intercourse?
You can do what you want with that.
Neither. So we'll just put it there.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think so.
My dad's like heard it, but yeah, no, it's so awkward, so bad.
Oh,
like a bunch of times.
Dude, oh my goodness. You've been to, remember the very first apartment I had when I lived out here? It was in Studio City. It was called like the Avalon.
Yes, but I think I know what you're going to say.
My mom used to have, because my mom, when I first moved out here, she lived with me, obviously, because she didn't live here, but she would have like a room and she'd live here for like a month. And then she'd let me be for a while. And then she'd come back out and check on me, make sure I'm good.
Mama April.
But she'd have a camera in her room.
I love that place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because she'd have a camera in her room just because she knew we would, I'd always go in there, or like random people in my house would like just go in the rooms and she didn't want her like stuff touched.
I remember when you were gone one time and you like turned around the cameras or like turned them off
I would literally be like, everybody, no, because I didn't want her to know I had people over either. So I'd go in the room, I'd be like, guys, stay right here, be quiet. I'd go in there and I'd like sneak in around the camera and then I like put it down where it's looking at the ceiling.
That is so funny.
We had a drunk night one time and I totally forgot it was in there. And I forgot who was in my room. There was like people blacked out asleep. And there was this girl I was with, and I totally forgot the camera was in there. And, well, I think y'all know where the story goes. We hooked up in in that room. I know I said it's my mom's room, but it's like really not. It was like more of like a
guest room
type thing. Yeah.
My question,
but she saw it on the camera. Didn't see it, heard it, because it was dark. Obviously, it was bad. All right, I'm sorry. That's okay.
If she's got a camera sitting there on like all night, like how big is the fucking SD card? Like just rolling all night.
It's like a ring camera. It's like sensor, sound
battery.
There's a battery in it. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like this. I was like,
no.
Should I tell a story about that really quick?
She's on a tripod in the corner of the room the whole night.
She's got a story.
One time I had a boyfriend. I was like 18, and we were like driving around, and we pulled over like on a side road and like in the car, and his parents are like crazy, and they had a camera in his car.
What?
In his car, and we never knew about it. And then we found out because the next day they were like flipping out. Well, he wasn't my boyfriend at the time. They're like, we thought that you guys were just friends, because they used to let me sleep over because like they thought we were just friends, but we weren't. And we were trying to figure out how they knew, and then we were like, oh my God. And then we confronted them about it, and they had a camera in his car, and they saw the entire thing.
Imagine the car's just a Tesla.
Yeah. It was mortifying. I was like, I can't believe that. And then I had to like see them like for the next year.
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't go over no more.
Literally, I was like, I'm never going to your house again. Your parents are fucking psychopaths. Like, that's insane. Why do you have a camera in your car?
That's
bad.
That's really bad.
You have a camera in your son's car.
Like maybe a tracker I could understand, just so you kind of know where your kid's going. But a camera? It was
literally a camera because we were just on the side of the road and we just like, you know what I mean?
One thing I saw on like toxic TikTok is like you should put like a tile like in your boyfriend's car when he like lies to you and stuff, like on the gas, like you can really hide it good on like the gas pump. Not saying I did this.
I saw that.
You can really hide it good on the gas
I don't know.
pump.
She said that like she had an experience
No.
with this.
Like I know that like I actually do know someone who does that, and I absolutely can.
Does it actually work for them?
Yeah, like they just have like the tile and
It's
they
so
put it in the gas
small.
pump.
I
Yeah.
thought
You
it
put it
only
anywhere.
shows you like because I have
Or under the
tiles
seat,
too.
I would
I
say
have
under
one
the
for my wallet and one for my keys.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the battery's dead, so maybe that's just why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I thought it only worked for like a certain distance.
No,
No.
like I lost my wallet in Woodland Hills, and I live in North Hollywood, and it tracked where it was. It's like, oh, it's this place.
You say where you live?
Yeah, North Hollywood. I mean, it's like LA.
Oh my God.
It's like I don't know.
Oh my God, I
area.
never say where I live. Like I lie. I'll say every city that is around me, but I'll never say exactly where I
I don't
live.
think anybody's interested in me and where I live. Like I don't think anybody will do nothing to me.
Zach, let's talk about your vaping again. I threw them out. I cleaned your bed about a week ago, and I found vapes in your room.
I was in Atlanta, and she FaceTimes me, and she's just in my room. I'm like, what the are you doing at my house? Because she was visiting Edwin. That was there.
I was like, your room is a mess,
Well,
and
I
he's
had,
about
like-
to come home. Like I can't have him. Like I'm just gonna like stay here at his house. I was like, I'm not gonna have him come home to a messy bed.
See, that's not a normal
That's
friend.
such a
That's
good
not
friend.
a normal friend. That's like an amazing.
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
None of my friends have ever told me.
My
that. They're
friends
like,
come into my room and like ash their backwoods in my room.
I was gonna
God,
say,
yeah, no.
if anything, they
Go
come in
through
and
my
make it
closet.
more messy.
Yeah.
I folded his blankets. And I'm like, and I took away his puffs.
Those puffs weren't mine though. Actually, like we had people.
always say
no, I
this.
swear though,
Okay, but
we had
dude.
like you saw how small our room. It's not small, but you saw how many people in my room. We had like 12 motherfuckers in that room the night before.
I'm just saying, Zach, that
Stop.
you can't
Please
say that. Oh, it's not mine or it's a friend's when you're still hitting that thing all day long. All right.
No,
at
that's
that
true.
point,
This
But
is
it's
to be
true.
fair,
yours.
have you guys, since we've been filming our podcast in the last 2 months, have you seen me ever pull up with my own puff to the podcast?
Yes.
It's
When?
Zach.
I
it
always
doesn't
ask-
matter
I
if
always
it
ask
is
it y'all's. I'm
yours.
always-
But I feel like one time we like literally switched. You're like, try this. And I was like, okay.
Okay, maybe once. But stop. That's besides the point. I actually don't vape as much anymore, like genuinely. I really don't.
Yeah, I feel like definitely not as much.
I cut it in half for sure from when it used to be. Like
Cute.
it was bad.
Proud of you.
Yeah, thanks, Junie B.
Should probably try that.
Does Zach like Azra?
This is about to get TikTok room. Get your cameras ready.
Wait, who?
Azra from the compound, like the
Oh,
the
oh, love her.
Dude, I actually like. I think she's like so dope. Like genuinely, like I haven't like met her.
I've heard.
She. What the hell does that
She's
mean?
really nice. They're both really nice.
Yeah, no, like legit, like sweetheart. Like she's an actual angel, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say but like, I think she's cool. Yeah, I think she's.
You like to hang out with
very,
her?
very beautiful, very, very, very dope. Yeah, I'd
You
hang
like
out
to
with
hang
her
out?
for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Is she the one that, or is it the other one that like?
The one that
Did
gets
you ever-
shipped with Nate is the
Yes.
other one. If that's where you're going.
Okay, yeah.
that one's
yeah.
Aisha.
I was
yeah.
like, damn.
Like,
okay.
damn,
Who's
I'm
one
just-
of them?
Yeah.
okay, I know
So
that.
now it's Zaza. That's the ship name. Zach and Azra Zaza.
Look at us, Zaza.
All right. The name of the show is what they don't tell you. So, y'all, what's one thing that they don't tell you about having a influencer like podcast where you talk about, you know, stuff that's going on in like the influencer world? I'd say.
I mean, I feel like from an outside perspective, like people don't realize how psychotic other people's fan bases are. Like because say like
Fandoms.
exactly, like they don't understand. Like say this person's like a huge fan. I
Tana.
don't even, yeah, like
Of
a huge
Trisha
Tana
Paytas.
fan. And then like someone that's a completely different brand, like I don't know, like just,
Jordyn
like,
Jones.
there we go. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
So basically, like, if you were to go on, like, something and, like, say something bad about Tana. For example, okay, so we talked about Trisha.
Yeah.
And it was our very first episode. And we weren't really saying, like, I mean, we didn't say the nicest things about her, but also, like, we were just kind of saying, like, our real experiences
Yeah,
and just, like,
of
what
course.
we think and stuff like
We
that.
didn't like plan it.
And-
Like we didn't fucking plan to talk about her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
it just-
we instantly just started getting so much hate, and it's like, okay, well, you're supporting this person that is doing these things, like you see it, you're just supporting it, and then it kind of affects like us in a way. Like our TikTok account got taken down because they all just reported our TikTok account, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, is it that serious? Like,
Mine too.
So I feel like they don't understand the magnitude of like what they're actually doing to people because it's like if you don't like us, you don't have to watch us, you don't have to listen to us.
Yeah.
You don't have to go and report our account because at the end of the day, we're not here for you. If that's the case, we're here for like the people that do like us, the people that do support us, and the people that like have been this entire time.
And we didn't like plan the entire episode around talking about Trisha.
Yeah,
like that's
no.
not what we were doing, but people think that. They were like, "Oh, that's a great stunt for your first episode," but that's really not what we were thinking.
Yeah.
Like we just filmed the episodes and it just comes out. Like us three have great banter on our podcast. We just talk about everything, and it just comes up. Like, we don't really like we have like segments, but we don't like plan shit out. We just talk.
Yeah.
So
like, we have like a little bit like of a sheet that we're supposed to like tap into.
Yeah,
and,
of
like,
course.
and we're like free to talk about exactly whatever we want, and then from there the conversation just rolls. It just goes.
Like
it goes
the
where
last
it goes.
episode, we talked for like an hour and a half, and we like didn't even look.
Usually, like we have our segments like placed by times.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be like this segment at least 15 minutes of talking. Our first segment was like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
just got so into it.
that's the best.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
just
how
get
you know it's
into
a
it.
good moment if we like over. Yeah.
Well,
I hate when like people do that. They'll like go on our TikTok or whatever and talk shit. Like now they literally go on every single one of our podcasts on YouTube and like just talk shit. I'm like, dude, if you don't like us that bad, why do you keep coming back?
Why do you look at every video?
Exactly.
It's just like what it's like. No, there's no purpose.
people
in
on
that.
podcasts, they really just are authentic and they say exactly how they feel. Like, don't like. I feel like every podcast is like that. You just don't hold back, and it's so chill and
Yeah.
I feel like people have gotten so used to like social
Yeah.
media and how fake it is. Because social media
Yeah.
is fake. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people are fake as.
Can't
so when
fake
they,
a podcast.
So when they see
No.
like authenticity and like real people, like did I say that right?
authenticity.
Authenticity.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I tried. I really tried.
He was
No,
on time today too.
Yeah, when they see that kind of stuff, it like throws them off almost, and they're like, "What the is going on?" They're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But I think it's better to be that way as opposed to like, I don't know, putting on some sort of persona and stuff like that. Because like even like Call Her Daddy's so successful and like she's just so authentic and just is her literal self. And
Yeah.
obviously it takes time to get that way.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
terms of like people actually respecting you for just being so raw and real.
With cancel culture being so
yes.
Toxic.
literally.
And then like that's what sucks too is like cancel culture leaves so many people so scared.
Yep,
And
100%.
like there's a lot of things that other people just don't want to say or like put out there because they're afraid that like people are just gonna cancel them. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being like honest and like those are my thoughts. If you want to educate me, feel free to educate me. You know,
Yeah.
because everyone's open to learning.
Yeah.
And just like hearing why something offended someone, but you don't have to like fully cancel someone.
Yeah, the fact that someone has to like sit back and like watch back something 5 times before they post it just to make sure they didn't say anything wrong or bad.
Literally,
It's
or
like
who's
so
in the
annoying.
background, or did I
it's like,
say
what-
did
shit
I say
shouldn't
that?
matter. It's like it happened and it was like real and genuine. Like f- it.
Exactly.
I want to bring something up.
Yeah.
Like for example, I feel like this is a good example for like you guys because you guys started social media so early,
Yep.
like so
So
young. So you
young.
guys saw a lot of it going on. Like I feel like a big thing for like when you guys were like 15, 16, 17, like obviously like at these events and stuff like that, like some people are drinking, some people are smoking, it's all underage. But then like if it gets like leaked or something like that, people are just going and canceling them. And canceling them, like this person smokes, this person vapes, this person is like drinking and stuff like
But
that.
like they
and
do it too.
Yes, and it's like
Yeah.
And the craziest thing I've seen too is like I literally grew up with like Bryce and Taylor, and like
Yeah.
Bryce is so like crazy, and I feel like his fandom is so like he's like his fandom is on brand with him and like what he does, and I just feel like if I were to like 2 years ago do something that he did like exactly, like I would be canceled, but like Bryce would be like, go off, like you're so
Yeah.
crazy, I love you. And then it's just like your fandoms are so different, and then like what's okay is different for someone who's what's not okay.
Well, like
you understand?
eventually, you're like your fandom and your brand becomes like over time it'll change like based on how you act on the internet.
True,
So like
yeah.
Bryce, him,
You can change
act-
your brand.
Yeah,
You
he's been-
did, literally.
yeah. No, I've changed my brand 3 times. We've been through it. We've been through the ringer.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, no, it's honestly.
I mean, I was a rapper, I guess.
Really? Oh, you did. You totally right. I saw that. You rapped a little.
I loved those.
Thank you so much. You know,
My
The
favorite
dancing
song
was
is
good.
with Josh Levi though. That one.
you already know.
Yeah, you already know.
That is a very random song.
I don't know why.
That
It was,
you said.
when I first met you, that was like one of the songs.
Poppin'. Yeah,
just
100%. Well, again, you guys got to go check out their podcast, of course.
Wait, can we say it on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Get in, loser.
Go watch our podcast.
I always shiver after like every time we say that. I'm like,
Let me come
Something-
on the podcast at
Oh,
some point in
absolutely.
your life.
Yeah, we need to start
okay?
getting some guests on.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anything
We'll think about it. We'll talk to our producers, see what we can do, see if we can get
Okay,
you on the
yeah,
schedule.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
a busy schedule.
See what we
got a lot
can
going
do.
on. We got Jason
10-day
Derulo.
birthday.
We got Justin Bieber. Come on, it's a big thing, man. So I don't
Chris
know.
the
Brown,
loosest schedule
just
ever.
back
Yeah, it's just
It's okay,
insane.
guys.
We're like backed up till August. It's
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, next year, 2025. Let them know your handles so that they can follow you.
At Zach Clayton, ZACHCLAYTON.
Towers World, no O. Towers World.
Oh my God, it was so hard to find your account this morning when I was
I'm getting shadow banned on everything. Like,
I
even
think
Instagram.
you are.
Even Instagram.
I had to scroll through like 6 and I spelled it exactly correct. I had my friend, I was like, what's her Instagram? I can't find it because it's not coming up.
6 fan accounts will come before my actual account. It's
that's insane.
So messed up. I've been shadow banned for weeks.
That's just so foul.
I did not know it was a thing, but I literally couldn't. And
I even got my link. You know how you can put like a link in your TikTok bio?
You guys.
Yeah.
Banned. The link was banned. And it was like my link tree, snip feed, whatever the fuck it is.
Are you suggesting I take that out of mine? Because that's what mine is.
What, link
mine got
tree?
banned.
I heard that actually boosts you in the algorithm if you have a link tree in your thing.
Not me. Not me.
Okay, Imari.
Imari Stuart on pretty much everything.
OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I know that's
Plug
right.
it. I know that's right.
It's Towers World.
Yes.
Visa Clayton. Oh, that's weird.
Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next Thursday with a new poddy. Bye.
Bye.